What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Nonsensical Knowledge Podcast. I am Edwin, and this is my man Irv. We are back with number 95. We are 5 away from 100. Irv, what's good, Brody?
What's up? Chilling, man. Checking out everybody. If this is your first time with us, definitely like and subscribe, share, invite a friend, bring your mom, cousins, whatever. It's always a great time. New knowledge, new shit going on in the news all the time. Thank you for tapping in to our viewers who watch and check us out all the time.
Yeah, and if this is your first time, make sure you hit that subscribe button. What's good, man? This shit's been moving. Obviously, we've had a little bit of a lull in action. We just streamed like last week, right?
Last week, yeah. Sunday?
Yeah, right.
Sunday?
I think we got 2 in. I think it was like
Sunday.
back to back. But things have been a little bit weird.
Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah. Yep. So we hit the back to back, but we're trying to get these episodes rolling out. There's a lot of information happening out there. And really it's hard to keep up with. There's the rollback on the Epstein shit. There's they just found a whole bunch of shit under the Sphinx. There's earthquakes in Alaska, tsunami warnings. There's what's popped out to you so far, Irv?
It's been a lot of shit, man. They found homie with a van full of propane tanks in New York City.
Shut up.
That was yesterday. And
really?
Yeah, we was fucking with Grok and that. Yeah. Allegedly, he just sold propane to vendors like throughout the city illegally, but he did have a shit ton of gas cans in there and whatnot. And I ended up asking Grok, like, yo, what would the devastation be? Grok, it kind of went crazy, and Grok just said, yo, it'd blow shit up pretty bad. Yeah, he was down by Times Square. He just caught a bunch of Iranian cats trying to smuggle across the Canadian border.
Really?
A few terrorists up in there. Yeah. That's in New York. That's in New York too.
Did they get caught like actually smuggling anything? Did they get caught actually smuggling anything in, or they were just coming in illegally?
Just coming in illegally. Iranian nationals. So, with the shit going on, they're kind of, high alert with that. Obviously, always the Epstein list is always popping and jumping. That shit's just getting extremely weird now. Yeah, man. Regular shit, regular week.
Yo, regular shit, bro. Yeah, it's all pretty interesting, especially because, even Iran now is starting to fall back in the news feed because the Epstein thing has just gone fucking bananas. And that's what most news outlets are covering. And it's interesting too. And I wanted to talk to you about it because we didn't get a chance to talk about how, like, we talked briefly on the phone about how, like, Trump has now essentially started calling his supporters weak and like gullible and all of this other shit because he's now trying to label the entire Epstein thing a hoax. What do you think about that?
There's some other shit going on, man. I've been trying to decipher what it could be. It feels like at this point it could be a distraction, taking our eyes off of something else that's going on at this point. Because it just swallowed everything, bro. All the news, all the shit, and then when we're not paying attention is when shit happens, man. When all the deals happen. I mean, it's just strange to me, man. They fired
you see?
James
Yeah,
Comey's daughter.
I was literally just going there,
Um,
man. That's
from
oddly convenient
district.
too,
Yeah.
though, because wasn't she the one that was on the Diddy case as well?
Yep. Yep. And she tried Maxwell.
Right. So this is kind of interesting to me because why it, it doesn't make a lot of sense other than that she's the daughter of Comey for her to get fired, right? Because technically she got a conviction out of Ghislaine. She was on her way to getting a conviction out of Diddy, whether it be small or it wasn't a huge sex trafficking thing, but at the same time, it was still a conviction. But essentially, it seems like the elite kind of washed it up with Ghislaine and Diddy, like, and couldn't necessarily, like, if there was elite people attached to those parties. Remember when they first came out and it was like, oh, there's going to be names that are so shocking and blah 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 blah, and then it all turns into about Cassie or about like other shit that had nothing to do with the overall sex trafficking case.
Mm-hmm.
So really, Comey comes in, cleans it all up, and then it's like, hey, look, what we'll do is we'll make it to where we'll fire you. That takes you right out of the equation. Nobody thinks none the wiser. It's like, nah, you didn't have nothing to do with it. We just fire you, you get a good pension, whatever. Roger, what up, babies? Thanks for tapping in. What were we gonna say, Irv?
I guess her husband works there too. I heard a theory today that with the firing of her, they technically were gonna try to do some shit where they came back and retried both Diddy and Maxwell.
What do you
Just a
on like
theory I
appeals?
heard.
She filed
Like
for an
saying that
appeal.
like Comey was corrupt in a sense, like with all that deep state shit that's going on, and that
would taint his prosecutions probably.
Yeah, I would if they tie it in, and then they could bring it out and really bring people to task. But I highly doubt it, bro, because they're talking that shit will crumble society as we know it. That's how interconnected this pedophilia shit is, which we all know. How do you feel about that? With shit,
I think
if it would affect the economy and society, you think it should roll out, let the chips fall?
Yeah, absolutely. But you got to burn it down, bro. You know what I mean? There has to be absolutely no survivors of this pedophile, sex trafficking cult shit. You know what I mean? Like, they've been nested in the government for so long with the wealth and the power. Because think about it, you know what I mean? It's like, in order to be up in those politicians, those upper echelons, vice president, cabinet member, president, like, you got to play with all of this big money. You know what I mean? So really, you're at those parties, you're in those rooms, you're doing all of that stuff. So the crazy part about it to me is I think it takes away, like, this is one big giant distraction to take away like the focus of like 350,000 kids going missing every year. Like the actual trafficking, you know what I mean? So like the Diddy shit, for example, it's like, yo, yeah, we're talking about sex trafficking, all of this other shit. From like my perspective, this is a bunch of consenting adults. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yes, there are some of the stories that are lean closer to, the rape side of things and the coercion side of things, but these were willing participants at one point, you know? So, but it really does take away. It makes this spectacle out of everything, and it's like, oh, Diddy, Cassie, oh, what the fuck was his name? Kid Cudi. You know what I mean? You're rolling out the stars, bro. Every day, Diddy's kids are showing up in Rolls Royces, and you know what I mean? But at the same time, there's real trafficking rings happening. And who's to say they ever really stopped after Epstein? You know? I can't remember that fucking country, man. There's that one country in Africa, bro. I can't remember. I'm gonna see if I can Google it real fast. But there was a country in, I know we spoke about it on one of the previous episodes, but fuck, I can't remember who it was that did the article, but essentially it was this country where they would go and buy children. Like they would go to these poor countries, and it'd be like, you know, the parents of the kids would actually kind of like encourage their kids to go cozy up to these rich white men, because essentially they knew they were going to be getting paid. But that's what they did. They would go out there, boom, do what they did, and come back. Or go to the Philippines or some dumb shit. You know what I mean? So I feel like, I don't know, man. I feel like we would have to burn it all down. You can't, fuck that shit. Like a collapsing government, like you got a bunch of pieces of shit running it.
Was it Kenya or Zimbabwe?
I'm not sure, man. My fucking search history, my FBI agent, bro, is gonna be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, just check the podcast, bro. And we gotta look up some weird shit.
I know, a country in Africa where rich white man would buy children. DuckDuckGo is getting weird too. Shout out to everybody with us tonight. I can't see Rumble or Instagram. We're not up. Instagram's having an issue for some reason with their live streaming. But shout out to yeah, it's been forever now. 11 on X. We got 1 on YouTube. We got 2 on Facebook. 1 on Twitch. Shout out to you guys. I can't see Kick either or Rumble. Let's see here. Trying to find where it would be. Damn, it's so crazy, bro, because like with like all the cover up of the Epstein shit and all of these weird spots around the world, they're like starting to scrub shit from the internet. And DuckDuckGo in particular is starting to get annoying because I think they kind of fell into the trap too. Yeah, I can't find it right this second. But in any event, these are places around the world, man, that people do this shit, you know. And you know, we look back on Pizzagate itself, and it's like those tweets. You know, what's crazy is I don't know if you saw it the other day, Irv, but I posted on our X. Like, you know how Superman just dropped the movie?
Yeah.
Remember when James Gunn got fired from Disney for all of those fucking weirdo tweets that he was putting up about rape and about like minors and shit? Did you see any of that?
I do.
He got
I didn't see the X stuff.
That's probably scrubbed now. You'd have to probably Reddit that shit. Because he had some weird, same thing with Chrissy Teigen. So like with a lot, this is how broad, we want everybody to understand, this is how broad of a network this shit is. I'm going to see if I can find the Chrissy Teigen posts. Because same thing, Chrissy Teigen, who's married to fucking John Legend, had a bunch of weirdo posts too. Chrissy Teigen. Twitter. Tweets about kids. Let's see if it's going to bring it up for us, because it was some weird shit. Some weird shit. Let me see here. But she was doing some show, I think. Just had really scary, blah, blah, blah. Oh, here it is. Here it is. All right, we found it. Oh, I found one of them. I'll try to find the other ones. Share screen. Share screen. Chrissy Teigen. All right, so this is just one of them. So this tweet is by Chrissy Teigen. This was in 2011. And it says, seeing little girls do the splits half naked is just ... I want to put myself in jail. Hashtag toddlers and tiaras. What does that mean, bro? What's your interpretation of that, Irv? How about anybody out there? Is that a weird tweet to anybody else?
There's no...
Oh, this lighter. Motherfucker. Right? That's sick shit. So let me see.
Very sick shit.
I'm going to go back real quick. This one.
Oh, did you see the pedophile hunter got knocked?
No. Who's that? Oh, you're talking about Vitaly?
Was it Vitaly? Dude out in Washington?
Mike, shout out. What up, baby? Out in Washington? No, maybe I should Google it.
Yeah, he hunted pedophiles and did like the videos, like roughing them up and shit.
So that was like Vitaly, I think his name was, and what's his face? Steve will do it. The dude from the Nelk Boys or whatever. Right? Like he was going in videos with him and shit.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I believe that.
Let me see if I can find
Alex
that.
Rosen.
So, Alex Rosen. All right. So this, I'll just finish this tweet up real quick. So this is another Chrissy Teigen post, and it's replying to Kevin Shockey, and it says, quote, at Kevin Shockey, nah, he just said the cleanest and best pleasure is to have blank with a 13-year-old up until that. That was June 24th, 2012. Right. And this is, and anybody can go and Google this shit. They're all over the place. Sometimes you got to go to Reddit and get them because they do scrub them off the internet. So now you said, what's his name? Alex Rosen?
Yeah.
Right? Let's see what we got. Predator poachers. Okay. So I'm just going to put this back up real fast. All right, so Alex Rosen, founder of Predator Poachers. Let's see. Let me see if I can find an article on it. News. Kamikaze mission. What? All right, this is posted by Newsweek. So let's see what we got. Who is Alex Rosen? Predator Poacher star arrested in Kamikaze mission. Okay. So Alex Rosen of the Predator Poachers was recently arrested in a Kamikaze mission in Missouri. Newsweek has reached out to the Predator Poachers via an online contact form and to the Taney County Jail via email outside of regular working hours for comment. Why it matters. The Predator Poachers is one of the many examples of a vigilante phenomenon commonly known as pedophile hunters, which has been playing out online for almost a decade. The content shared by the group and others involves a group conducting sting operations on adults who are seeking specific activities involving minors, and individuals will pose as minors on websites or dating apps and then target people who message them. This is generally followed by a staged meeting with the suspect. I'm sure everybody out there has seen one or two of these videos online. The content, I already read that. According to the recent analysis from the New York Times, there have been more than 170 violent vigilante attacks involving pedophile hunters since 2023. Who is Alex Rosen? Alex Rosen, who is also known under the online aliases Chet Goldstein and Gordon Flowers, is the founder of the Houston-based organization Predator Poachers. The group has been active since 2019, and Rosen was 19 when he founded the group. Much of the operations from the Predator Poachers involved the LGBT online dating application Grindr. So real quick, essentially these guys are getting on Grindr and setting dudes up and posing as minors and then catching them when they respond back and whatever. So Rosen has faced criticism for his usage of slurs, specifically racial ones. So the dude's racist. A 2020 article from the Cincinnati City Beat said that in multiple videos, Rosen seemed to, quote, instigate fights or use excessive profanity and derogatory terms. In July 2024, Rosen said that a 60-year-old man had died by suicide after he and his team accused him of viewing child pornography. The YouTube channel PP Southeast Texas had over 350,000 subscribers, and the videos frequently received hundreds of thousands of views. Rosen has over 450,000 followers on his account on X. In a post on X from Rosen's account, which has been viewed 2.1 million times of reporting, Rosen is being seen being handcuffed by a police officer. The journalist Brianna Morello shared further details about Rosen's arrest on her X account. She shared a 4.5-minute phone conversation with Rosen from jail where he said, "We caught this pedo for the second time today." Rosen then says they had gone to this person's work, was a restaurant in Missouri. He said, quote, "I talked in a very loud voice in the restaurant. I didn't read through any graphic messages because there were kids in there. But I did read a message talking about how he wanted to date a 13-year-old. And I mentioned in a very, very loud voice that this place is employing a pedophile." He continued saying that, quote, "The owner wasn't too happy about me doing that." Rosen says in the video he was arrested for disturbing the peace, and the man who so all right, so homeboy didn't get caught doing, like, he got caught doing his job.
No, this was I gotta correct that. Wrong dude.
Oh, okay.
It was yeah, just want to say it wasn't Alex Rosen for everybody out there. It was Make Pedophiles Afraid Again.
Oh, so
his name is Riley T. Carter.
Oh, okay. So
Make Pedophiles Afraid Again.
Riley T. Carter.
But when we know about Rosen too. Yeah.
Riley, you said Carter, right? My bad.
Yeah, Carter.
Riley Carter. Okay, here we go. Found him. All right. So Carter sentenced to minimum 46.5 years in prison, dog. Former Aberdeen city councilor will be in his 80s before he's able to seek release. On June 6th, former Aberdeen, let me see if I can zoom in on this just a little bit. All right, there we go. I should be fine. On June 6th, former Aberdeen city councilor Riley T. Carter was convicted of 3 counts of rape of a child in the first degree, 3 counts of incest in the first degree, 1 count of child molestation in the first degree, and 1 count of incest in the second degree by a jury of his peers in Grays Harbor County Superior Court. On July 11th, Carter was sentenced to a minimum of 46 and a half years in prison. A lone person sat on Carter's side of Grace Harbor County Superior Court Judge Catherine L. Savoboda, well, that's weird, courtroom, while the gallery on the prosecution's side was filled with families, supporters, and advocates for the victim of her mother. Carter's defense attorney, Kerry Young, asked Judge to enter a mitigation report that wouldn't be complete until tomorrow into the record. Young then indicated that the prosecution's sentencing recommendation wasn't received until after 6 p.m. last night and disagreed with the possibility of a, quote, exceptional sentence outside the standard range. The judge said the court would follow Washington state sentencing guidelines and added, quote, the court is not bound by anyone's recommendations. Prior to sentencing, Grace Harbor County Criminal Chief Deputy Prosecutor Daniel Crawford deferred to the victim, her mother, and anyone else who wished to give a statement. Maya Hernandez read her daughter's statement to the court. It read, in part, I felt, quote, betrayed, very betrayed by someone who was meant to keep me safe and happy, but I did not feel that. I want Riley to be gone forever. I want him to be stuck in one loop like how I was. And I want him to be in a bad place, like he put me in a horrible place. Hernandez also read a prepared statement from the victim's biological father that read in part, quote, she is the bravest girl I know, and went on to describe how Carter had betrayed his responsibilities as a stepfather. Hernandez read from her prepared 4-page statement that read in part, quote, this isn't just about abuse. This is about betrayal that carved through the bones of my family. This is about a man who didn't just break trust, he broke us. He didn't just lie, he, quote, performed to the world. He was a councilman, a hero, a, quote, protector of children against predators. But in our home, he was the danger. Riley is vile. He confessed, then took it back and forced a little girl he broke to take the stand and relive every sick thing he did to her. He is not safe. He is not sorry. And he does not deserve leniency, end quote. The victim, who was present via Zoom, chose not to speak. Crawford then made his case in sentencing recommendation. He asked for, quote, top of range for every count. Quote, there is zero question that Carter did these acts. He confessed, Crawford said. Quote, then he tried to convince people he was the victim in this case. He tried to fool the court. He also tried to fool a jury, and he tried to fool the community. He assaulted his stepdaughter for the better part of 2 years. Mr. Carter is who he is. Young was offered the opportunity to speak on the client's behalf. She said Carter maintains he was wrongfully accused and decried the fact that a request of change of venue was denied and intimidated the jury may not have been impartial due to the social and legacy media attention the case garnered. Young also said Carter should have the opportunity to rehabilitate and improve himself, that the punishment should be appropriate to the severity of the crimes, and a sentence should be similar to other such cases and run concurrently, not consecutively. And the difference between those is if you have two separate charges and one is run concurrently, it's actually happening as your other sentence is happening. Consecutively means like if they give you 80 years and then you got another 60 consecutively, you have to finish those 80 years and then do another 60, which is obviously most times impossible. Carter, dressed in an orange gray Harbor Jail County jail jumpsuit, was stoic throughout the proceedings, only breaking to speak with his defense team. So I think we could wrap it up there. But the dude was a councilman and was like this dude that fucking was like on the on that anti-pedophile shit.
Yeah, I mean, Caps was buying the hats like crazy, make pedophiles afraid again. He was smacking them around, punching them sometimes, pushing them to the ground, like straight bullying them cats. And
well, listen,
they had a huge following.
Right. Well, listen, don't get it fucked up. I feel like anybody that's willing to do that to a child deserves every bit of that. But at the same time, there's a legal way of doing things, and there's an illegal way of doing things. This guy is a sick fuck. He was like the dude that was like, was supposed to be that person of trust, and then confessed and then recanted it and then made the kid relive it. Like, that's fucking grimy. Like, you fucking put him under the prison. But this is the crazy part about it, bro.
It's just like you wouldn't expect, bro. Like, you're out there, social media and this shit, like councilman, like leading the charge of, yo, let's get these pedophiles, and you're assaulting your stepdaughter for 2 years, bro. But you're on social media, you're a hero and all of this shit. Mad followers making money. It just goes to show how deep this is, man, and it's just a weird.
Well, yeah, it's super weird. And not only that, but it's like, right, if this is more so on a local level, think of it on the upper echelon levels, with the people that actually have money, that our friends, listen, that's the craziest part about the Alan Dershowitz thing to me with the Epstein shit. Like, he personally brokered that deal with Acosta, I think his name was the prosecutor at the time.
Yeah.
Brokered that sweetheart deal for him. And now he's out on the land. He's out in the town right now talking about, oh, dude, I was cleared. And she recanted. I got nothing to do with it. I've seen the Epstein files, though.
Yeah, Acosta said that there was nothing he could do. They said he was an asset, so that's one of the big sticking points. Like, he got the sweetheart deal because he was an asset of intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't just like, oh, let's look out for Epstein. Like, nah, he's working for people. It's bigger, and he was like, Acosta was like, it's bigger than me. It's above my pay grade. They told him.
It's the same shit they did with Manson, bro, back in the 60s and 70s when he was, I think it was back then, right? Yeah, 60s and 70s, when they arrested him on, like, probation shit. They were like, let him go. He's one of ours.
Let him go.
See you later.
Let him go.
Well, that was the craziest part, I think.
So deep.
I think if the Epstein, like the first initial Epstein case, bro, that sweetheart deal hadn't been so public at the time, he would have walked. Because just look at the deal they had, right? I think it was like 18 months or some shit like that. But homeboy had to, he could leave. It's like, yo, I got to go to work. I'm leaving at like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. I'll be back around 9 for lights out. That's crazy. So, and then just the billionaire status, bro. Like, that's like to imagine how homeboy amassed his fortune, like he was given 150. He was given like 150 million, bro, for consulting for Leon Black. Like, just consulting, 150 mil.
He was doing deals with the government. They were basically running money through him. Everybody. It's just, I don't know, man. I think that's where we are. I think people are just waking up to this two-tier system that we live in. The haves, the have-nots, and how the justice system truly works. For those with and those without. It's definitely two different systems. And everybody's upset about it, man. Everybody's tired of it. They're tired of it. I mean, middle class is getting crushed. Prices are crazy. Like, all this shit. Like, every turn, the people are getting screwed, man. And maybe this is the jump off that gets shit going.
Oh, they're not letting it slide for sure. I don't know how anyone can, especially with the statements that have been made. and I get how Pam Bondi's statement could be misconstrued. I understand that. But at the same time, look, dude, now you're all out calling it a hoax. It never existed. So these videos of Trump and fucking Epstein hanging in the club, you know what I mean? Pointing at girls, that shit never happened.
Mm-mm.
It's a hoax.
It's definitely, yeah. I don't know, man. I think the Dems definitely would have released that shit on them. I don't know. It's just, I don't know, man. It's like everything else with this fucking government, bro. You don't know what's what. You don't know what's what.
Well, I don't think the Dems could have released it if most of them were on it. So, like, again, it's like this push and pull. It's like, wait, look, we just gotta weather the storm. Let Trump get into office. He's gonna fucking put the kibosh on it. Now it's a hoax. It's the greatest hoax ever in history. And that's it. It's a wrap. Nobody else has to worry about it.
Yeah.
Jez Lane, and you saw how like they blocked Jez Lane, or no, the Democrats tried to get the files out. The Republicans blocked it. But Jez Lane is now talking about she is willing to testify in front of Congress.
They're trying to get her. I don't know how they can get her, but she'll get off on the way there.
Oh yeah, dude, that's it.
That'll be a movie.
Fall down the stairs and break her neck. Oh my god. Oh my god, how'd you get stabbed in the back 3 times?
She didn't talk though. She didn't talk.
No. Well, she held it down because, like, as far as he was concerned, it's like, all right, look, dude, we got to give you 20 years. It's going to be in a cushy prison. You're still rich. You get to keep your money, all that bullshit. And you still have a chance of coming home in your 70s, or probably sooner than that, so she'll go up. I think she filed for an appeal. So that'll be happening again. And then if she goes and testifies in front of Congress, who's to say that they don't give her a break? Give her amnesty or some shit. Damn, I'm trying to find this video of Epstein and Trump in the club. It just doesn't make sense, bro. None of it makes sense. Other than it's just a giant pedophile network. And let's see. Oh, here's the Dershowitz video. Throw that up, I guess, if anybody wants to see that. Share this tab instead. This is Alan Dershowitz. This is the dude that brokered Epstein's sweetheart deal, essentially trying to say he was absolved from, whatever. So let me start it over.
This is not an opinion. This is a fact. I have seen, remember, I was accused falsely on the Epstein, and ultimately I was completely cleared. The woman admitted that she may have mistook me for somebody else and withdrew all of her lawsuits. And so from day one, from the day I was accused, I said I want every document out because I knew every document would prove I was innocent. So let me tell you, I know for a fact documents are being suppressed. And they're being suppressed to protect individuals. I know the names of the individuals. I know why they're being suppressed. I know who's suppressing them. But I'm bound by confidentiality from a judge and cases, and I can't disclose what I know. But I hand to God, I know the names of people whose files are being suppressed in order to protect them. And that's wrong.
Just out of curiosity, without names, are these politicians, business leaders, both?
They're everything. And let me tell you, a lot of them are, at least one of them is somebody who was accused. Others are accusers. And the judges have said, if somebody calls themselves a victim, we're not going to give any information about them. But they may not be victims. They may be perpetrators. So we don't have information about false accusers. And we know there have been many false accusers who have accused innocent people for money. And those records are being deliberately, willfully suppressed. and they shouldn't be suppressed. If the accusation is allowed out, so should the material that diminishes the credibility of the accuser. We want total transparency on this. Every single document, no redaction. That's what I've said from day one. I waive any of my rights of privacy. Anything there is about me, I'm happy because it will be exculpatory.
So, right. So essentially what he's saying is a lot of these cats that are on the list are claiming to be victims. Like, so if somebody was on the island and it was like, yo, look, dude, I'm a victim. I got drugged too. Then what? You know what I mean?
Or you're asleep, bro, and you partying out there, and you wake up, young girls in your bed, bro, and they took pictures of your ass. You know what I mean? Like, you're done.
Yeah, it's a wrap, dude. It's kind of crazy. But again, this is all reminiscent of an intelligence operation. Right? Let's see what we got.
What was this? Oh, yeah, that Channing Tatum movie, Blink Twice, bro. That
what
shit
is it?
Really, it's a Channing Tatum movie called Blink Twice. It really just brought me to, like, it wasn't an Epstein type thing, but it just brought me to how that island could be, bro. And it just was mind blown, bro. It was just, yeah. It's a private island. They meet people at these big balls, galas and shit, and then bring them out to the island party, and people were like, he was a billionaire and shit, and it just was wild, bro. Drugs.
Yeah.
It reminded me of, like, it just gave me that Epstein vibe. Check that shit out.
Of course. Yeah. You said it's called Blink Twice?
It's called Blink Twice, yeah.
Oh, I'm going to definitely check that shit out. Here's this video.
In November of 1992, before Trump opened the resort as a club, shows the future president surrounded by cheerleaders for the Buffalo Bills and Miami Dolphins, capturing Trump's fun-loving bachelor lifestyle for an appearance on Faith Daniels' NBC talk show.
We're going to get great ratings in your show.
After a while, Trump goes to greet 3 new guests, among them the financier Jeffrey Epstein.
Come on in. Show us.
More than a decade before his guilty plea on state prostitution charges.
Donald Trump knew the cameras were there. In the video, he makes a point to draw Epstein's attention to them. And the video captures Donald Trump and Epstein chatting while watching a group of women at the party dance. It's not an image that matches Trump's declaration that he was not a fan of Epstein's.
Yeah, so again, so let me pull that down real quick. That's them partying together, bro. Like, you don't think that they were like, yo, let's go hit the yacht, bro. Let's go hit the island.
Yeah, go party, right? Go party it up.
So yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, I don't know, bro. To answer, I guess after a half hour, to answer your question, yeah, we got to burn it all down. It can't, like, there's nobody. Who do you trust? Who's left in government to trust? And then they just done compromised anybody decent, like Tulsi or RFK, and I'm not necessarily, I follow those people, but I've always felt like at least Tulsi had a good head on her shoulders and she was solid, and then fucking got her in there and sold her out.
Yeah. Sold her out. It's just, yeah. This system is full of shit, bro. There's no freaking hope outside of, like, through the current political system of voting, supporting politicians. It's just, That shit ain't happening, man.
No. Yeah, it's tough because it's who again, every person that get and what's even crazier is if it's like an intelligence operation, you already know it's political suicide if you aren't like all about Israel, you know? So it's like you have to already kind of be in a certain framework to play ball in there. And then it's like, oh, hey, well, no, you're going to get the funds from APAC. You're going to get the funds from this person, that person, this person. But ultimately, you know, your propaganda machine is going to work for us, you know, and like, what was it? Israel's prime minister met with Epstein, like not Netanyahu, not Bibi, but the one before that, Burrick or something like that, met with Epstein like 40 something times, dude, in 2 years. So that's a lot of meetings.
Yeah, a lot of meetings. It's yeah, man. I think it's it's too far gone. I don't know if we will get anything. We'll keep it up. No matter what they try to bully us away or all that shit, but nah, man. Fuck with the kids. Fuck with us all.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I think a lot of the information we are gonna get, we've already gotten. You know, anything else?
It's gonna be
anything. Yeah, anything else has probably been destroyed. That or somebody's holding that shit ransom. You know, it's like, yo, we got this treasure trove. Wait, we stumbled upon a crate right here. You know,
great. I know. I wonder what they got from New York, man. Remember the box truck full of shit, mad gigabytes of data and shit, videos.
Well, think about it,
documents.
right? So if you're running for office and you have a ferocious social media, online, I guess, audience, you're going to capitalize on those things. So like when they were running, it was like, oh, the FBI in New York is withholding all of this evidence, right? And then when they get in, it's like, oh, you know, the Biden admin, they had a truckload of evidence, and then they get to like Pam Bondi's desk, and it really wasn't a truckload. It was a video of the prison cell, and then allegedly the kids stuff.
Yeah, when they put the video out, bro, I'm just like, the fuck out of here. I didn't even pay attention. I'm like, that shit, like, bro, it could be from any day of the week. You get out of here, be like a time. It could be from like last week, bro. Like, you, nobody believes that shit, man. Oh,
Hell no, bro.
And it was edited on Adobe. They found it was edited on Adobe. It was yo, you got that shit? You pull it up?
Oh yeah, I could definitely pull that shit up. Let me get it real quick. The Epstein cell video. Yep, sure can.
Yeah, let's see that. It wasn't even that. You couldn't even see your cell, bro. Shit was I don't know, man. And they're acting like it's shit anymore.
All right, so this is allegedly the latest one, I think.
Mm-hmm.
This one seems kind of long. Minute and 25, but there is a missing minute out of it.
I think like 11 or something, 12.
Yeah.
But that's not even a cell door, bro. Her cell is way, it's not even on screen.
Right. So essentially what they were trying to do is just show that like nobody went in or out. But again, missing minute. And then on top of that, there's all the metadata that they found, which said that the fucking video they put out was chopped up by like Adobe Premiere or some shit and was missing an entire minute.
Yeah, bro. Nobody needs to go out. There's people in there already. It's like, fuck you mean?
Let's see here. These AI videos, man. Shut up. Let's see what we got.
Epstein case? Footage is missing 1 minute. How convenient. Epstein case? Closed. Client?
I know, right? Case closed. Let me see here. Epstein.
Basically, bro. I mean,
let's see if I can find this one video, dude. The AI shit was so fucking funny. Somebody photoshopped Hillary Clinton going in. Let's see if this is it. Oh, it's just a photo. But yeah, they had like, it was hilarious. It was like, oh, here it is. Yeah. Ah, fucking goddamn. I love the internet. Come on. What are you doing? Oh, here we go. Let's get this one. That's the missing minute.
they put her in the blue suit. Good Lord.
Yo, the AI shit too, man, shit is crazy. Oh, here's a little pic. A little pic of France. All right, so I guess, what do you think, dude? How should Trump voters feel? How does MAGA feel right now? I almost said FAGA. Huh? How does MAGA feel right now? What's the landscape out there?
They're sick. They're sick right now. Well, I'd say half of them are supporting them, ride or die. But obviously, the dude don't ever got to run again. Maybe this is the time where he's like, "Fuck off, bro. I already got your votes. Now it's time to turn it really into what we about to do out here, because you guys can't do shit to me, and I'm never running again." So yeah, he gave a big middle finger to MAGA, and MAGA's fractured, bro. MAGA's terribly fractured, but he's got a lot of people that helped him get there that he just said F you to, and they got big platforms, bro. They're gonna make it difficult for him.
Yeah, it really is, man. You know, I think he's starting to kind of like cave a little bit too, in terms of like, oh, well, you know, I instructed Pam to release anything that may be credible. You know, so it's like now you're backpedaling, and there's a bunch of, it's just, again, it's a circus, Banana Republic shit.
The shit was supposed to be out already, though, bro. And that's why I'm like, I don't want to hear none of that shit, bro. None of that shit. Like, you're maybe releasing, bro. You ran on that shit. That JFK, UFO, aliens, Martin Luther King, right? Anything. It was supposed to be transparency, and then slam the door shut, bro. And still ain't really release anything UFO related.
Wait. Trump denies Epstein letter. Oh, shut up. Let's see what we got here. We're going to throw this up real quick. I didn't see this. Did you see this shit? So Trump denies Epstein letter, plans lawsuit against Wall Street Journal. The Wall Street Journal has published a story about a letter allegedly sent by President Donald Trump to Jeffrey Epstein for his 50th birthday, which includes a drawing and suggestive text. Trump has denied the letter's authenticity, announced plans to sue the Wall Street Journal, its editor-in-chief Emma Tucker, and owner Rupert Murdoch. This story has sparked reactions across social media and among political figures, with some defending the Wall Street Journal's journalism and others questioning the letter's legitimacy. I don't know if the Wall Street Journal at this point is gonna fucking risk their reputation like that. It's too hot button right now. Right? The Wall Street Journal has reviewed a book put together for Jeffrey Epstein's birthday party as part of that book. Oh, wait, what the fuck just happened? All right, so the Wall Street Journal has reviewed a book put together for Jeffrey Epstein's 50th birthday. As part of that book, a letter was submitted by Donald Trump. Trump's letter features a drawing of a naked woman, and this text, which imagines a conversation between Trump and Epstein. It isn't clear how the letter with Trump's signature was prepared. Inside the outline of the naked woman was a typewritten note styled as an imaginary conversation between Trump and Epstein, written in the third person. Quote, voiceover, there must be more to life than having everything, quote, the note began. Donald, yes, there is, but I won't tell you what it is. Jeffrey, nor will I, since I also know what it is. Donald, we have certain things in common, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, yes, we do, come to think of it. Donald, enigmas never age. Have you noticed that? Jeffrey, as a matter of fact, it was clear to me the last time I saw you. Trump, a pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret. What in the fuck, dude? That's bananas. What do you think, Irv? What's your interpretation of that? A pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret.
Dershowitz is in it. Leslie Wexner.
He's in.
Billionaire and former Victoria's Secret leader. A now deceased Harvard economist. Maxwell, obviously. And they won't name anybody else. No comprehensive list of all contributors has been publicly released on high-profile names like those above.
Whoa. No?
It's just creep shit. It's creep shit, bro.
Yeah, very much so. That shit. Sorry, guys. I think it's my Wi-Fi this time around.
He said it's fake.
Can you hear me, Irv?
I got you. You there?
What's that?
There you are. You're there. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, my Wi-Fi was tripping out for a second. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Yeah, my shit was down for a second. So who else was in it? So
Leslie Wexner.
All the obvious candidates, the dudes that are either dead or
Alan Dershowitz. Hey, Alan Dershowitz said Vanity Unfair with the caption, "Who was Jack the Ripper? Was it Jeffrey Epstein?" Huh.
Yeah, this sounds like some cult shit.
Yeah,
Does that
it's
sound like
some,
cult
it's
shit to
some,
you?
yeah. Who was Jack? Who was Jack the Ripper? That's not a fucking joke, bro. That's saying you're a sick, twisted motherfucker, bro, and celebrating it. Like,
Well,
it's all tied in though. At this Pizzagate, all this shit.
well, it's kind of wild too because it almost is reminiscent of like what is it, Bohemian Grove shit. Like these weirdos are getting together. They're doing some ritualistic shit, usually involving children or kids, adrenochrome, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And this is what they do. This is what they've always done. And think about it like this, from the perspective of this is just like, this is the elite ruling class of any generation or any time in history.
Yeah, bro. This is It's like the Pizzagate, sick shit. Epstein, Diddy, who's homie out there? The Hollywood dude, Weinstein.
Which one? Weinstein. Yep.
Weinstein. The spirit cooking chick. Like,
oh yeah, Marina Abramovich.
Abramovich. Like that whole
John
this
Podesta.
whole Podesta, Obama, all these cats, bro. It's just, it's any and fucking everybody. Like literally, the whole shit would just disappear.
Yeah.
Music
I wonder
industry, sports.
I wonder if they like see these cats, right? I wonder if they seen Obama. Like, so like we spoke about it the other day, how like JD Vance has been being cultivated for the presidency, right? Like he's been nurtured by Peter Thiel and the billionaire tech guys and like the weirdo shit like that. But they've been essentially grooming him to be president at some point. So who's to say, right? They didn't say like, yo, we see Obama, or maybe he's not a great example, like any president, I guess, really, is like, yo, you're going to be tapped to be president. You know what I mean? But you have to be in this club. You know what I mean? So essentially, yo, give it some time. Give us 5-10 years. We'll put you in the presidency. But you got to be a part of this club. You got to hang out. It's like same thing. So like Obama has a weird fascination with Richard Branson, like the dude from Virgin Mobile, you know, like weird on the boat, fucking hanging out, weird shit, you know, in the Virgin Islands type shit. And that dude has been in the dress multiple times. So it's just this weird hedonism. I don't know, man. It seems just like that hedonism. It's like they as low as they can go. So, but yeah, I think unfortunately with this, the quashing of this now, it's I don't know if we'll ever get the truth, bro.
I don't know if we even can.
Yep. Yeah, no, again, if it's like if they're leaking reports that it would collapse society, dude, you're right, it would, because how do you this is the funny part about imagining another revolution, right? Because in order to stage a revolution like the forefathers did in 1776 and won our independence, like that type of revolution will never ever happen again. ever. Because
What do you think?
because this grip. So look at this is a perfect example, right? Same motherfuckers wanted to revolt against Trump right now because he's on the list, and they're convinced, right? Like the government is run by pedophiles. How many people do you think in America believe that? Just off the top of your head, rough number.
I'd say 50.
50% of Americans. That sounds like a revolutionary number to me.
Or teetering close.
So when you look at it, though, but here comes Trump, who is going to reel in all them MAGA and be like, nah, man, this was a hoax. You got duped. You got duped. We told you. They set it up, bro. Listen, we're figuring this out right now. They set it up. Russiagate, Hunter Biden's laptop, the Comey shit, the 51 lying intelligence agents, the Epstein hoax. You know what I'm saying, bro? They set it up. They lined it right up.
Yeah. Hook, line, and sinker, bro. I think that, I think you're right on that. I think it would be more of a state-style revolution, state level shit, or cats start breaking off.
Yeah, it's tough because I think with Trump, like imagine Trump had a January 6th type situation. What do you think he would do?
There'd be bodies on the floor.
You dig what I'm saying? So it's like if there was a pushback, really, honestly, the revolution probably should have happened during Biden because it was like the weakest administration probably ever in the history of presidents.
That was the win.
That was the one.
That was the window. COVID too, bro. COVID should have been a nice indicator.
Yeah, but overall, Irv, when you look back on it now, it almost seems like, okay, they had Trump and they had him in the beginning, right? And then they have Biden in the middle. Instead of us revolting, we were tied up with COVID. We were tied up with all the trans shit, I don't want to say trans shit, but like all of those hot button topic issues where it's like, oh, even the migrants, like the migrant caravans, like all of that shit, like the border, like there was just so much that they distracted us with that it was like, who was trying to revolt? And then you get Trump back in office and you think he's going for that shit? A revolution? No way. Not a chance.
Nah, because they're getting ready to celebrate the birthday, 250th birthday. They're preparing for that shit. It's I don't know, man. Yo, what did Livelsberger, the Tesla dude, did he have some shit in there about revolution? Do you remember?
I can't remember. I can probably pull it up. For anybody that doesn't know, I think his name was Matthew Livelsberger, right?
Matthew, yeah.
So let me see if I'm gonna try to find it on X first, I guess. Matthew Livelsberger. Is it Levels or Livels?
I think
Livelsberger. It might come up close. Jack it up. So there's the Sean. Oh yeah, I forgot this was all released through Sean Ryan, right? So information. I'm trying to find the original letter. This might be it here. So let's present, share screen. Zoom in a bit. All right. So, in case I do not make it to my decision point or to the Mexico border, I am sending this now. Please do not release this until 1 January and keep my identity private until then. First off, I am not under duress or hostile influence or control. My first car was a 2006 Black Ford Mustang V6 for verification. We have been seeing with, quote, drones is the operational use of gravitic propulsion systems powered aircraft by most recently China in the East Coast, but throughout history, the U.S. Only we and China have this capability. Our OpSend location for this activity is in the box below. Let's see if I can. It has been I can't tell if that says China because of the stupid fucking arrow, but has been launching them China has been launching them from the Atlantic from submarines for years, but this activity recently has picked up. As of now, it is just a show of force, and they are using it similar to how they use the balloon for SIG, Intel, and JSR, I think it is, which are also part of the integrated comm systems. These of the balloons in the air, there's hundreds or thousands, I can't tell what it is, of balloons in the air at any given time. The so what is because of the speed and stealth of these unmanned aircraft. They are the most dangerous threat to national security that has ever existed. They basically have an unlimited payload capacity and can park it over the White House if they wanted. It's checkmate. USG needs to give the history of this, how we are employing it and weaponizing it, how China is employing them, and what the way forward is. China is poised to attack anywhere in the East Coast. I've been followed for over a week now from likely Homeland or FBI, and they are looking to move on me and are unlikely to going to let me cross into Mexico, but won't because they know I am armed and I have a massive VBIED. I've been trying to maintain a very visible profile and have kept my phone, and they are definitely digitally tracking me. I have knowledge of this program and also war crimes that were covered up during airstrikes in Nimruz province, Afghanistan in 2019 by the admin, DOD, DEA, and CIA. I conducted targeting for these strikes of over 125 buildings. 65 were struck because of civcasts that killed hundreds of civilians in a single day. USFORA continued strikes after spotting civilians on initial ISR. It was supposed to take 6 minutes and scramble all aircraft and CENTCOM. The UN basically called these war crimes, but the administration made them disappear. I was part of the cover-up. Where's the rest of it?
So I'm in a military.
Hopefully they actually do something.
Where the fuck is the rest of it? But I can't remember, dude, if he said anything about revolution. If anybody doesn't remember, this is the dude, Matthew Livelsberger. He's the cat that blew up the Cybertruck out in front of, what was it, Trump Hotel? Or Trump Casino?
Yeah. Trump, yeah. One of Trump's buildings.
So, oh, wait, maybe this is the rest of it right here. All right. Fellow service members, veterans, and all Americans, time to wake up. We are being led by weak and feckless leadership who only serve to enrich themselves. Military and vets move on DC starting now. Militias facilitate and augment this activity. Occupy every major road along Fed buildings and the campus of Fed buildings by the hundreds of thousands. Lock the highways around down with semis right after everybody gets in. Hold until the purge is complete. Try peaceful means first, but be prepared to fight to get the Dems out of the Fed government and military by any means. They all must go, and a hard reset must occur for our country to avoid collapse. MSG, Matt Livelsberger, 18Z, 10th Special Forces Group. So, I mean, that kind of sounds like it, but it more sounds like he was like going against the Dems.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see it. See what this is. Does the FBI have any evidence to indicate or suggest whether Livelsberger acted alone in planning and carrying out his attack? Prior to the attack, was the FBI in possession of any information concerning Livelsberger, including but not limited to any tips, suspicious purchases, or local or state law enforcement alerts? Okay, this looks like it's from a subcommittee investigation. They're trying to get, this was back in January.
Information on them?
Yeah. Yeah, because it says, if so, describe the information the FBI possessed as well as the date when the FBI first came to possess the information. Did the FBI share this information with federal, state, and local law enforcement partners? If so, please provide a list of the law enforcement partners who received this information and the date the information was shared. If not, please explain why not. Is the FBI aware of Livelsberger using any encrypted services or applications? If so, please provide a list of all such encrypted service applications. Has the FBI recovered any electronic devices connected to Livelsberger? Have they been able to access any electronic devices connected to Livelsberger and provide all ATF Form 4473 associated with Jabbar's and Livelsberger's weapons? So they were looking for the homeboy shit too. The dude that did Louisiana. Because that happened like a couple days apart.
Yeah. A couple days apart. So
I mean,
Pam Bondi is gonna release the grand jury tomorrow.
Release what grand jury?
Epstein. It's just Maxwell's Epstein's grand jury hearing.
Oh, come on, man. That's another one that I just feel is like they're just cherry picking at this point.
Pam Bondi tweet to President Trump. President Trump, we are ready to move the court tomorrow to unseal the grand jury transcripts. And Donald Trump, based on a ridiculous amount of publicity given to Jeffrey Epstein, I've asked Attorney General Pam Bondi to produce any and all pertinent grand jury testimony, subject to court approval. This scam perpetuated by the Democrats should end right now.
Yeah, that's wild, bro. So, I mean, I guess we're going to see what I think we'll see what it is, like what they actually come up with in the grand jury, because like really a grand jury is when they present enough evidence to take homeboy to trial, so they would have to have evidence. It'd be all the evidence that is this the Jez Lane or is it the initial grand jury?
It said Epstein and Maxwell. So I don't know if it's just.
It would be it would be the most current one. So it wouldn't be the first one. It would be the grand jury for this one, which had him.
This one, yeah.
In DC.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
So,
makes sense. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I guess we'll see what evidence they have, but I don't understand what they're gonna put out, bro. Everything's gonna be fucking redacted to protect victims because they're not going on. It can't be Virginia Jeffries, right?
It's gotta be. I guess we'll see tomorrow, bro. I mean,
listen, man, we can run it.
Know.
We can run it again. See what happens.
We have to, bro. I mean, maybe we should maybe they'll do a press conference. We can live stream that shit.
It would be cool, but you know how they do it, bro. They do it at fucking 11 o'clock in the morning. So, like when everybody's working or not paying attention. 2 p.m.
And it's Friday. It's the day news gets lost on.
Yeah, 2 p.m.
Smart. Yeah, 2 p.m. Friday. Yeah, into the weekend. Cats don't even give a shit no more.
Hell no. Well, yeah. Well, look, if depending on what time she's gonna drop it, dude, we'll see if we can live stream the press conference. But if not, then we'll get up tomorrow night and we'll cover it and see what the fuck she's talking about.
Yeah, what do you think? I mean, Rep Luna's all over it.
All over the Epstein files.
Yeah, she's in it with Trump's office. Put a picture up 30 minutes ago. While others were busy stabbing President Trump in the back. You can pull it up.
Yeah, I'm about to find it right now.
Yeah, pull it up. Oh, bro.
All right, so okay. Well, others were busy. Okay, then let me see what we got here. So share. All right, so we got Representative Anna Paulina Luna. Let's read this post out loud. So, thank you, Attorney General Pam Bondi at Pam Bondi. While others were busy trying to knife the president, this was quietly in the works behind the scenes. I can say with full confidence this is the most transparent administration in U.S. history. Now, the real question, will any reporters finally cover the FBI destruction of Epstein evidence under the former deputy director of the FBI during the Biden admin? Enjoy phase 3. It's going to be the coup d'etat. Huh. All right. So, Attorney General Pam Bondi, President Trump, we are ready to move the court tomorrow to unseal the grand jury transcripts. Trump's post, based on the ridiculous amount of publicity given to Jeffrey Epstein, I have asked Attorney General Pam Bondi to produce any and all pertinent grand jury testimony subject to court approval. This scam perpetrated by Democrats should end now. Again, bro, you're not going to give us the client list, right? It's like, I mean, yeah, you could release the transcripts and I guess let us know what kind of, evidence you had against homeboy. But again, all right, where was he trafficking them? Was it just Ghislaine? Ghislaine was just the handler.
Should have victims. Should have victims. Have any of the girls? I know all I've ever heard was Prince Andrew. He's like the most high profile cat. But have any of the girls said like, yo, this guy was there and did some shit to me?
So I would have to look it up, but I know there was a couple Epstein survivors that, like, I don't know. I know a few of them were like assaulted by him, you know, personally. Let me see here. We're just going to punch in Epstein. Of course it's trending. Epstein survivors. I mean, I could probably ask Grok too. Let's ask Grok. I guess we'll frame it. This is going to be fun. This is Grok. All right, so help me with this, or we got to figure out how to ask. So, what? All right, which Jeffrey Epstein, the EIN, Epstein victims claimed to be trafficked to wealthy men, I guess. See what Grok's got for us. All right, so several victims of Jeffrey Epstein have claimed in court documents and public statements that they were trafficked to wealthy and powerful men as part of Epstein's sex trafficking network. Below is a summary of key victims who made such claims based on available information from court records, lawsuits, and media reports. There's the obvious Virginia Jeffrey. Claims Virginia Jeffrey is one of the most prominent Epstein victims who alleged in a 2015 defamation lawsuit against Ghislaine that she was trafficked by Epstein and Maxwell to have sex with high-profile individuals. She specifically claimed she was directed to have sex with Britain's Prince Andrew, billionaire hedge fund manager Glenn Dubin, and others, including numerous prominent American politicians, powerful business executives, foreign presidents, a well-known prime minister, and other world leaders. Jeffrey stated she was lured from a job at Trump's Mar-a-Lago club at age 17 to become a masseuse for Epstein, a role that involved performing acts.
I didn't know that, bro. Mar-a-Lago.
What? What'd you say?
Trump's Mar-a-Lago. That's where he found her at.
Yeah. Yep. At 17. Her allegations include being trafficked to Prince Andrew in London, New York, and on Epstein's private island in the U.S. Virgin Islands. She also testified that Maxwell instructed her to engage in activities with specific individuals. Jeffrey's claims were part of a settled lawsuit against Maxwell, and her testimony has been central to the release of unsealed court documents in 2024. Johanna Schoberg claims in 2016 deposition, Schoberg alleged she was trafficked by Epstein between 2000 and 2001, 2006. While she did not name specific individuals she was trafficked to in the provided sources, she described Epstein's operations and mentioned being present at events where powerful men such as magician David Copperfield were in attendance. She noted Copperfield asking if she was aware that, quote, girls were getting paid to find other girls, indicating awareness of Epstein's recruitment scheme. Details. Schoberg's deposition highlighted Epstein's name dropping of celebrities like Leonardo DiCaprio and Cate Blanchett. Though she clarified she never met them, only that Epstein claimed to be in contact with them. This is Jane Doe number 3, which identified it in media as Virginia Jeffrey. This was another court thing. Maria Farmer claims. Maria Farmer, one of the first victims to come forward, stated in communications referenced on X that Epstein trafficked girls to powerful men, not solely for his own use. Her claims support the narrative that Epstein's operation involved providing victims to influential individuals through specific names of these men were not detailed in the provided sources. Farmer statements emphasize the broader scope of Epstein's trafficking network, aligning with other victims' accounts of being directed to engage with wealthy and powerful associates. Other victims, example given: Sarah Ransom, Elizabeth Steen, Courtney Wild, Jeffrey Arrows, Caitlin Doe, Lisa Doe, Priscilla Doe. So, like, there's quite a few people. So let's see here. So I guess we'll just finish this out. The claims are these victims are mentioned in a post on X as part of the broader group of Epstein survivors who allege trafficking, through though specific details about trafficking to wealthy men are not fully elaborated in the provided sources. Sarah Ransom, for example, has spoken publicly about Epstein's abuse, and her name appears in court documents alongside other victims. Other lawsuits, such as those filed by 9 Jane Does in August of 2020, accuse Epstein of sexually abusing them, with some claims involving trafficking to others, though specific names of recipients are not always disclosed. The lawsuits and depositions indicate a pattern where Epstein and his associates, including Ghislaine Maxwell, recruited young girls, some as young as 11, and facilitated their abuse by Epstein and potentially others. A 2014 lawsuit claimed Epstein arranged sexual encounters for, quote, numerous prominent American politicians, powerful businesses or business executives, foreign presidents, a well-known prime minister, and other world leaders. And then there's Julia Bryant. Yeah, she was the last one. So there's actually quite a few, bro.
Yeah, ask Grok to list out all of the. Ask Grok to list out the names of the men that the witnesses named. All the men that the witnesses named.
So I said, list out the names of the men the victims named in lawsuits. Based on available court documents, lawsuits, and related reports, the following men were named as in lawsuits or depositions as individuals they were allegedly trafficked to or instructed to engage with sexually. All right, so let's see who we got. So men named in lawsuits by Epstein victims. There's obviously Prince Andrew, Duke of York. The allegations were part of a settled lawsuit, and Prince Andrew has denied the claim. His Jeffrey's 2015 lawsuit and unsealed court documents for 2023. Glenn Dubin, Bill Richardson. I don't know who that is. Jeffrey alleged in court filings that she was instructed to have sex with Bill Richardson. Yep, the former governor of New Mexico and U.S. ambassador to the United Nations. Yeah, Richardson died in 2023, denied the allegations during his lifetime. George Mitchell, a former U.S. senator and Senate Majority Leader. He has denied the allegations. Marvin Minsky, a renowned MIT scientist and artificial intelligence pioneer. Minsky, who died in 2016, was named in Jeffrey's deposition. It's not surprising, because he had these parties with these scientists, bro. He'd get all the Harvard, MIT guys, you know what I mean, the Stephen Hawkings, and then have a bunch of chicks there, obviously underage. Jean-Luc Brunel, a a French modeling agent and Epstein associate, was both a recipient of trafficked girls and a recruiter for Epstein's network. Brunel was alleged to have abused girls provided by Epstein. He was charged with related crimes in France, but died by suicide in 2022 before trial. And then there's some unnamed prominent figures. Obviously, the prime minister they keep talking about, which is probably Tony Blair, to be honest, or Bibi Netanyahu. Let's see here. So they referenced encounters with high-profile figures such as Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, Chris Tucker, and Kevin Spacey. Bill Clinton named in documents as being present on Epstein's plane or at events, but no victim directly alleged in lawsuits that they were trafficked to him. Donald Trump, Jeffrey stated in depositions that she was lured from Mar-a-Lago, but did not allege in lawsuits that she was trafficked to Trump. Chris Tucker and Kevin Spacey mentioned by Juliette Bryant in relation to events or trips with Epstein, but not named in lawsuits. So obviously that's essentially it for those, but some pretty high profile names, man. MIT scientist, and that's just her. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's two of them. Sherberg. Like, where are the rest of these girls at?
Brother, they're out there, man. They just, again, they're not being taken seriously. So this is like what happens when they just
20 of them.
So that's what I mean.
They're being
just shut down,
bullied and killed, and unalived too. I mean, they got number one, right? They got Jeffrey.
Yeah.
And that was a shot across the bow to anybody else.
Yeah, it was like, oh, all right, listen, don't get too crazy, don't get out of line. Like if he never got pinched down in Florida or wherever the sweetheart deal was, he would still be going right now, bro. Nobody would be none the wiser. It would just be a conspiracy theory, and that's it. Like, they're not taking kids to the island, Yeah. So, but if you want, we'll get back up tomorrow and we'll revisit the Pam Bondi shit. It's getting kind of late this evening, so I'll probably wrap this one up. And we actually have had a whole lot more to talk about too, other than the Epstein shit, but that just kind of spun off the rails. So we'll catch up on that shit tomorrow too. But yeah,
hell yeah. Peace out, man. Thanks for chilling out. Catch you tomorrow.
Yep. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Let us know you fuck with your boys, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Mm.